Back guys, in this video we'll be discussing HTTP protocol and how does it work in Wireshark and how can we capture the packets in Wireshark. So firstly I'll just open the Wireshark by Crows thing and open the HTTP PDF, and yeah, the first exercise is the basic HTTP get response interaction, and for that open Wireshark in parallel. Wait a minute guys. Yeah, and I'm opening this port and stop the packet capturing, and in parallel just copy this link and in a new tab just paste it and do not enter it, and in Wireshark start the packet capturing and continue without saving. Now enter it and refresh it again multiple times so that it might get captured. Now stop it and filter it with HTTP. Yeah, and there you go, we have captured the packets, and let's just move towards the questions of it. And the first question is your browser running on HTTP version 1.0 or 1.1, and what version is the server running? And for that, see, just open anything and see guys, over here 1.1 is the version and it's been running on 1.1. And the second question is like what language does your browser indicate that it can accept to the server? So this one is like accepted language. See, this is the answer guys, this line is the answer. And third one is like what is the IP address of your computer and of the GM and the specific address, server address. For that you can find address in the source path and destination path. So firstly this is my laptop address and this is a server IP address, and from the server you have received the required thing that to your computer back. So this is mine and this is a server IP address. And what's the status code returned from the server to your browser? The status code is 200 guys. And when was the HTML file that you are retrieving last modified at the server? The last modified we can get it from here. See guys, over here the last modified is been done on Friday, November 10, 2023 at 6:59 1 p.m. and 1 second. And how many bytes of the content are being returned to your browser? So for this, the bytes are over here like it's like 128 bytes guys. And the final question, by inspecting the raw data in the packet content window, do you see any header within the data that are not displayed? If so, name any one. Answer. We don't just see any HTTP message over here, so the answer is no. So the first exercise is completed, and for the second one, the HTTP conditional get response interaction. So similarly, just stop the packet capture and wait for a minute, and now start with like copying this link again and open the browser and history and clear the recent history, guys. Not all history today, and I'll be just clearing it. Yeah, after clearing the history, when you have copied this link, just go over here and just paste it and do not go into the website and start the packet capturing, and now enter it. Yeah, again enter it. Once if you have done this, just go to Wireshark and the packets captured are here, and let's answer the questions. So first, eighth one is like inspect the contents of the first HTTP GET request from your browser to server. Do you see an if modified line in the HTTP GET? So in the first HTTP GET, is there anything like if modified? No, there is nothing like if modified. If you have a if modified since line, that's good. I didn't have it, so I didn't see any if modified since line in the HTTP GET. And in the ninth question, inspect the contents of server response. Did the server explicitly return the contents of the file? How can you tell it? So firstly, you have to inspect the contents of the server response, and did the server explicitly return the contents of the file? Yeah. So for that, just open it, and yeah, the server did explicitly return the contents of the file. So in the 10th question, inspect the contents of the second HTTP GET request from your browser and check it if modified since line is there or not. So for that, just go to second HTTP GET message, and there is no if modified since line, so answer is no. And in the 11th question, what is the HTTP status code and phrase returned from the server in response to second HTTP GET? Did the server explicitly return the contents of the file? Yeah, for that, in the second HTTP GET message, the status code is 200 and the phrase is okay, and yeah, the server did explicitly return the contents of the file, and that's it. So we'll be just moving forward to third exercise, that's retrieving the long documents, and just copy this URL and again do the same thing, just paste it and do not enter it in parallel, just continue without saving, and now enter it. Yeah, you have got this big thing, and again just refresh it, and done, guys. Just stop it. These are the packets captured, and yeah, let's just answer these questions. So the first thing is, how many HTTP GET request messages did your browser send, and which packet number in the trace contains the GET message for the will or write? So firstly, how many HTTP GET request messages? HTTP to get there are two HTTP, one is in the 13th line and one is in the 24. So two HTTP GET messages, and which packet number is in the trace contains the GET messages? So packet number of the GET messages, packet number of GET message, yeah, trace number. The trace number is in the frame 13 and in the 24. These are the frame numbers, And 13th question, which packet number in the trace contains a status code and phrase associated with the response to HTTP GET request? So for that, the HTTP status code is 200 and the phrase is okay, and you have obtained it in 2 times, and it's in the trace 19 and in the 29 number, and that's the answer. And next question, what's the status code and phrase in response? Yeah, it's like similar previous question. The status code is 200 and the phrase message is okay for both HTTP request, GET request. And last question, how many data containing TCP segments were needed to carry the single HTTP response and the text of bill writes? So for that, just go over here. There are 4 TCP segments like 16, 17, 18, 19, and the numbers are mentioned over here. So the answer is 4. And now moving forward to fourth exercise, HTTP documents with embedded objects. And again, same process, copy it, go over here, just paste it, not enter it, again restart it, and now enter it. Yeah, there are some images with some text over here. Let's just load completely. Yeah, now it's loaded completely, and again refresh it. Yeah, done. And go stop the packets, and yeah, these are the packets that got captured over here. And similarly, let's just answer the questions for these. The first thing is, how many HTTP GET request messages did your browser send, and to which address these GET requests were sent? So HTTP GET request messages are 1, 2, 3, and 4. So totally 4 HTTP GET request messages were sent, and all were sent to wait a minute. And to which IP address these GET requests were sent? For that, you can see the destination port over here. So for everything, it's the similar destination, like 128.119.245.12, and similarly this thing, and then similarly this thing. Yeah, do not consider this HTTP GET message, just leave it up. These both things, even just leave this both true, and the HTTP GET messages in the previous question were just 3, 1, 2, and 3 guys. So the destination IP address is the similar one for all of this. And the next question, can you tell whether the browser downloaded 2 images serially or whether they were downloaded from the 2 websites in parallel? So over here, the 2 images, like 1 and 2, which is over here, just see the time of it. It's like 11 minutes 6 seconds and 14 milliseconds, and this is in 21 milliseconds. So these are not done in the parallel, right? It's like after this has been captured. So yeah, these have been downloaded serially, and completed the 4th exercise, and finally HTTP authentication. So again, the same process, guys, just copy it, paste it, do not enter. Now again start with up and just enter it. There is a question like username and the password. Over here the username is Wireshark. Students, just copy this, paste the username, and the password is network. Yeah, now just sign in. The request URL is not found on this. Wait a minute, guys. So we have got the wrong thing and we didn't get the proper required output for the HTTP authentication. So what we can do is just download this zip file of it. I'll just show you. Yeah, this is a zip file, and extract the file. And now there's thing like if you're unable to run Wireshark on a live network connection, you can just use a HTTP thread trace file, right? So I've downloaded it, so I can just open it by entering from like HTTP thread trace file, and yeah, there you go, the output. So now we can answer the questions of it. What is our response to initial HTTP GET message? So for that, the response is 401, status code is, and the phrase is authorization required. And the second question is what was a new field included in the second HTTP GET message? So for that, the second HTTP GET message, the thing which is different from other was, wait a minute, this different from other is, wait a minute, guys. The thing, yeah, the authorization is a thing that's been different from other thing. In the first HTTP one you didn't have any authorization, and in the second one you had authorization. Yeah, and that's it, guys. Thank you.